Hey, what's up everybody? Prospector here with Watcher Realms. Welcome to the channel. Guys, today we're going to be checking out whether or not you should summon this weekend. We have Fenris, we have Praetus, we have all kinds of good things going on. But whether or not you should summon is a different question. But anyways, without further ado, let's dig in. Alright, so Friday coming up, we have the 2x events. So these are the normal ones that are usually on there for the Crazy Divine and the Crazy Invocation. That's for your standard summoning crystals and your legendary summoning crystals. If you're early on, I always try to say you should try to focus on some of these banners, especially if you're really short on heroes. The real idea is to try to get yourself some of those epics like Dolores and Laurel and Deimos and really useful ones, Iona, Greed, anything to help you out early on. And upgrading those epic heroes is always easier to do. Going on to the special invocation of spirits, and this will also count for the special divine summoning, so they're going to be on the legendary summoning crystals as well. But we have Fenris. This is a new hero that's just been added to the game. I do have a little bit of a testing video. It was like a first impression and testing, and there really wasn't much more for me to test him on after I kind of messed around with him a little bit. I was able to see his damage numbers, able to see a lot of his CC. I think he's going to be super awesome in GVG, but we can't test that on the test server, so you're just kind of stuck with seeing what he can do against PvE models, and he did pretty well. His damage was probably on the par with Maul, and I would say that it might even be better if you figure out a team that just works really well with him. He kind of has some synergy with shields, he has some synergy with slows and stuns, and the northern faction is really good for him. That being said, if you decide to run him in GVG, you could just run him without a faction lord at all. Just basically have him on the team. So maybe you want to get yourself a piece of this new hero, Fenris, and he's really good. I think he's going to be a really good unit, good addition to the game. Now we also have Magda. Magda is a kind of a sought after unit. I think she's a little niche for really chasing her. I'd rather see you guys try to pull for her, or just pull for her and hopefully get her on random. But she's not a really necessary hero, but she is very good at what she does. She can really help you with the Conqueror boss. There's a few things. There's Gear Dungeon 2 as well that she's really good at. That being said, I would say if you were trying to pull for Magda, I wouldn't really suggest it, but it's really up to you if you're going to. And by the way, if you're a whale or a kraken, you're going to summon anyways. You don't really need a guide. But nah, you're going to summon. But here's the big one. We have Praetus and Uredin. The first one here, Praetus. Probably one of the most overpowered units in the game. Between him and Ingrid, yeah, he's one of the top three, or the big three they call him, is Praetus, Ingrid, and Valderon. These are the big lords that are super overpowered, super strong, super useful. If you get him early on, he's gonna just make the game really easy for you. If you get him later on, you're gonna be really happy to add him to your roster, and you'll level him up and you'll use him. So he's good for a lot of things: arena, guild boss, APOC 2. He's pretty decent in Syrian. He's decent everywhere you can put down a single target mage, and he has some kind of really cool lord skill here. I want to say it's actually a talent, isn't it? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's the Lord skill. Yeah, the Verdict of Truth, or Final Verdict, where you can activate a little Praetus button, they like to call it, and it does a lot of damage to random enemies out on the field. Now, Uredin. Uredin is not the greatest unit to place on the field, but he's still a unit worth chasing. Why? Well, for anybody that's interested in guild versus guild, he has one of the, he might be the highest BP unit in the game. He's definitely in the top 5 at least. I'm not really sure if he's the number 1 or what number he's actually at. But that being said, if you're really interested in guild versus guild, you're gonna want to get yourself a Uredin at some point. He's just useful to have to affiliate to your demons. And his damage is pretty good if you want to place him as a unit as well. I mean, people downplay him a little bit, I think, but when he has the full stack and he goes into his obliterating blast here, nothing's gonna stand in his way. There's no AoE or no mob of enemies that are gonna just stand there and destroy him in any kind of way. He's gonna show them what's up really quickly, and it's a lot of damage. I think that's it for the video. It's nice, short, and sweet. Going forward, if you decide not to go for Praetus, I would understand. Right now, Uredin is a really tough boss that's coming to the game, and it seems like Soul Cadence is the guy to chase if you really want to beat this boss. I wouldn't blame you for just holding on to your ancients and not summoning for Praetus. Me personally, I'm not going to summon for Praetus because I do have mine awakened level 3. I consider summoning for Ingrid, but not Praetus at this point anyways. You know, if you get him on by chance, it's great. I'm more of just Soul Cadence. I don't have him on my account yet. If I had him, I think I'd be pushing a 2-key in Uredin or Abyss 1, or maybe even possibly hitting that 1-key 60k. My account is really strong, and so is my Infernal Blast teams, but Twin Fiend just ain't taking me there. Alright, so I think that's it for today's video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, make sure you join the Discord if you have any questions, concerns, comments, whatever. You can also leave a message down in the comments below. I like to respond within the first 24 hours of the video. I try to keep up with it as best as I can. I do appreciate the comments. Every comment does help the video's algorithm, and that's about it. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Until next time, keep digging.